Yeah.
सर्वेभ्यः मम नमस्काराः।
नमस्कारः।
ह्यस्तने दिने वयं प्रथमं पाठम् अध्येमहि। अद्य द्वितीयं पाठम् अधीमहे। प्रथमं प्रार्थना, अनन्तरम् अध्ययनस्य आरम्भं कुर्मः। श्रीपति महोदय, प्रार्थनां कुर्वन्ति वा?
श्री शिवाय गुरुवे नमः। श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम। श्री चंद्रशेखरेंद्र सरस्वती यति शरणं मम। अस्मन् माता पितृचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्री परदेवतायै नमः। शारदा शारदोऽम्बुजवदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदा अस्माकं सन्निधिः सन्निधिं क्रियात्। वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
सम्यगस्ति। प्रार्थनायाः अनन्तरम् इदानीम् एकवारं प्रथमपाठे वयं केषां विषयाणाम् अध्ययनं वयम् अकरवम् इति एकवारं पश्यामः। Let us see what we have learnt in first lesson. In the first lesson, we are introduced with a few Pumlinga words like Ajaha, Gajaha, and Strilinga words like Bala, Mala, and Napumsakalinga words like Patram and Netram. And in this lesson, we have learned how to introduce a noun. When we are using, when we are describing or introducing a noun, that procedure is called Shabda Parichaya. And in this Shabda Parichaya, there are 5 basic things. Those are, first of all, we tell about the Pratipadikam of the noun, either for a noun or a pronoun, that is for either Namapadam or Sarvanama, we will have a root, and that root is called Pratipadikam. So we tell about Pratipadikam and the end letter of the Pratipadikam. And then whatever noun or pronoun is given, we tell about linga, vachana and vibhakti of that noun or pronoun. So this is called Shabda Parichaya in a brief way. Suppose, let me take the example of Ajaha. So when the teacher asks you to tell about the word Ajaha, then you need to say the other 2 words also of the same vibhakti. Ajaha, Ajau, Ajaha. Then we have to tell about the Pratipadika, the end letter, and the Linga, Vachana, Vibhaktis of the same word. So the word Aja, because it is belonging to Akara, Akaranta Pratipadika, we will say Aja Shabdaha, Akarantaha, Pumlingaha, Pradhamaika Vachanantaha. Why have we say why we say that as a Pradhamaika Vachanantaha? Because the word Ajaha is in Pradhama Vibhakti and it is in Ekavachanam. So why are we using the word Antaha here? Because the word Ajaha is ending with Pradhama Vibhakti, ending with Ekavachanam. That's why we say Pradhamaika Vachanantaha. So once again, I will give the example with Gajaha. I am telling about Shabda Parichaya of the word Gajaha. Gajaha, Gajau, Gajaha, Gajashabdaha, Akarantaha, Pumlingaha, Pradhamaika Vachanantaha. This is how we learned Shabda Parichaya in the first lesson. And also we are introduced with verb pattern. Only once we have learned this in the previous day, and we have learned it with the example of Gachati. And in the previous lesson, if you see the exercise, you may observe that the terminations of the present tense that is given. Under that, Gachati, Gachatah, Gachanti is given. Let me say those 9 words. Gachati, Gachatah, Gachanti, Gachasi, Gachatah, Gachatha, Gachami, Gachavah, Gachamaha. So now in the second lesson, we are going to learn about this pattern of dhatu in a detailed way. Now I am reading out Dvitiyah Pathaha. Dvitiyah Pathaha, Ayam Vrikshaha, Saha Gajaha, Gajaha Gachati, Ajaha tishtati, Vrikshaha phalati, Ramaha pathati. Those are the first set of sentences. And here the first sentence is I am Vrikshaha. This is a tree. And here यदि वयं एतद् वाक्यं स्वीकृत्य यदि अभ्यासं कुर्मश्चेत् तर्हि अस्य वाक्यस्य परिवर्तनं कथं क्रियते, अस्य वाक्यस्य वचन परिवर्तनद्वारा वाक्यस्य परिवर्तनं कथं क्रियते इदानीम् अभ्यासं कुर्मः। अत्र पश्यन्तु, अयम् इति पदमस्ति। अयम् इति पदस्य अर्थः दिस् इति। अयम् इति पदस्य अनन्तरं द्विवचनं बहुवचनं कथं भवतः? अयम्, इमौ, इमे। अयम्, this, imau, these two, ime, all these, or these all. And the same way, vrikshaha, vrikshau, vrikshaha. That is the vachana parivartanam of the word vrikshaha. So suppose we match these, then ayam vrikshaha, this tree, imau vrikshau, these two trees, ime vrikshaha, these trees. That is how we can change the vachanam, and thus we can change the sentence too. श्रीपति महोदय, एकवारं भवन्तः अपि वदन्ति वा? अयं वृक्षः इति वाक्यस्य वचनपरिवर्तनम्।
अयं वृक्षः, इमौ वृक्षौ, इमे वृक्षाः।
सम्यक् अस्ति। एकवारं तत्रैव किञ्चित् अभ्यासं पुनः कुर्मः। तर्हि वृक्षः इति पदस्य स्थाने किमपि अन्यत् पदं संयुज्य कानिचन वाक्यानि वदन्तु।
आम्, अयं रामः, इमौ रामौ, इमे रामः, रमा, इमे रमा,
रामाः,
इमे रामाः। अयं रामः, इमौ रामौ, इमे रामाः। अयं अजः, इमौ अजौ, इमे अजाः।
अयं शिवः,
अयं शिवः, इमौ शिवौ, इमे शिवाः।
सम्यक् अस्ति, सम्यक् अस्ति। तर्हि तथा वचनपरिवर्तनं करणीयम्। इदानीम् अनन्तरं यदस्ति वाक्यं तत् पश्यामः। सः गजः, that is an elephant. So here as soon as I say the meaning of the word saha with the English word that, you can easily understand the difference between the words I am and saha, because the word I am is such a pronoun which will denote a person or a thing, one who is in your presence. May he or that thing may not be very in your proximity very much, but a person or a thing when he or the thing is in your presence, in your vicinity, in your pratyaksham, then you may use the words like ayam, imau, ime, or iyam, ime, imaha, or idam, ime, imani. But when will you use the words saha, tau, te? When a person or a thing is not in your presence, you are only referring to that thing, or when you are referring to that person, then you use the words like saha, tau, te, sa, te, taha, or tat, te, tani. So that's why when you translate the sentence saha gajaha, you need to say the meaning as that is an elephant or that elephant. I think you understood this. Now let us see how to change the vachanam of this sentence. In fact, I'm calling these two words as a sentence, inferring that there is a verb, because in Sanskrit language, without a verb, how many words ever you use along with some meaning, but that won't become a sentence at all. In Sanskrit grammar, according to Sanskrit grammar, kevalam tingantameva vakyam bhavati. You just use one verb alone. That verb alone itself becomes a sentence. Okay, but here when we say the words like ayam vrikshaha, sah gajaha, iyam lata, sa bala, we understand that there is a verb is there. That is why we are saying these as sentences. Otherwise, it is wrong to say these as sentences. Okay. Now let us see saha gajaha and let us check how to do vachana parivartanam in this. Saha, for this word, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam are tau te. So the set is saha tau te. The same way, how to do vachana parivartanam of gajaha? Gajaha, gajau, gajaha. Gajaha, elephant. Gajau, 2 elephants. Gajaha, several elephants. So when we match this, because pronoun is used as an adjective for a noun, it's not just used as a pronoun, but also as an adjective. That's why, according to Sanskrit language rule, whatever viseshyam you are using, whatever noun you are using, suppose that noun is in certain vibhakti, linga vibhakti vachana, the same linga vachana vibhakti you have to follow for the pronoun also. That's why saha gajaha, both are having the same linga, that is pullinga, same vibhakti, that is prathama vibhakti, same vachana, that is ekavachanam. Now we are changing entire all the things. Saha gajaha, tau gajau, those 2 elephants, te gajaha, all those elephants. Now, Shripati Mahodaya, bhavantah vadanti va, atra gajaha iti padasya sthane kanichana padani svikritya bhavantah vadantu krupaya.
सः अर्जुनः तौ अर्जुनौ ते अर्जुनाः सः बालकः तौ बालकौ ते बालकाः
तर्हि अहं कानिचन पदानि दास्यामि भवन्तः वदन्तु
आम्
हरिः सः हरिः
सः हरिः तौ हरि ते हरयः
हरयः समीचीनं सः गुरुः
तौ गुरु ते गुरवः शम्भवः
पुनः एकवारं वदन्तु
सः गुरुः तौ गुरु ते गुरवः
सम्यक् अस्ति तर्हि किमपि ऋकारान्तपदं स्वीकुर्मः वा ऋकारान्तपदं
पितृशब्दं
पितृ अथवा धातृशब्दं स्वीकुर्मः धातृ नैव दातृ दातृ इति डोनेटर्
ओके
तर्हि दातृ इति प्रातिपदिकात् प्रथमैकवचनं कथं भवति
दाता
दाता अत्र दा इति अल्पप्राण एव महाप्राणः न कुत इति चेत् दाता इति यदा वयं वदामः दाता इति पदस्य डोनेटर् इति धाता इति पदस्य ब्रह्मा इति अर्थाः भवन्ति तर्हि वदन्तु सः दाता
तौ दातरौ ते दातॄन्
दातारः
सः दाता तौ दातारौ ते दातारः
सम्यक् अस्ति तर्हि पितृशब्दम् उपयुज्य वदन्तु कृपया सः पिता
तौ पितरौ ते पितरः
सम्यक् अस्ति तर्हि इतः पर्यन्तं वयं किं जानीमः अयं वृक्षः सः गजः इत्येतादृशानि वाक्यानां परिवर्तनं कथं करणीयम् अयं वृक्षः इमौ वृक्षौ इमे वृक्षाः सः गजः तौ गजौ ते गजाः तर्हि इदानीम् अनन्तरं किमस्ति यदस्ति वाक्यं तत् पश्यामः गजः गच्छति श्रीपति महोदय कृपया वदन्तु गजः गच्छति इति वाक्यस्य अर्थः कः
गजः गच्छति अर्थः द एलिफेंट इज गोइंग an elephant is going
तर्हि अत्र एकवारं गजः गच्छति इति पदयोः सम्बन्धः कः एतत् परिशीलयामः गच्छति इति पदस्य अर्थः गोयिंग इति गच्छन् अस्ति इति तर्हि यदि अहं केवलं गच्छति इति कथयित्वा विरमामि चेत् If I just say the word gachati, going, if I say going, then you will have a question. Who is going or what is going? This is called, this question kind of a thing is called in Sanskrit as akanksha. Akanksha nama kaha gachati, kada gachati, kutra gachati, etadrishaah prashnaah bhavishyanti. यदि अहम केवलं गच्छति इति पदस्य उपयोगं करोमि चेत् तर्हि कः गच्छति इति वदामि. कः गच्छति अत्र अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे गजः गच्छति. So for the verb gachati, the doer of going, who is going? Gajah, elephant. That's why doer of that action is Gajah. That's why we call Gajah as karta. Avagatam kalu?
No.
Gachati iti kriyapadasya karta kaha. Gachati iti kriyapadasya karta Gajah. Yadi aham अजः तिष्ठति इति वदामि. तिष्ठति इति यदि अहं वदामि चेत् तर्हि भवतां मनसि किं सञ्जायते, कः सञ्जायते? सन्देहः सञ्जायते. कः तिष्ठति? हू इस् स्टाण्डिङ्ग् देर् इत्येतादृशः प्रश्नः वर्तते. तर्हि अहं समाधानं वदामि. अजः तिष्ठति. ए गोट इस् स्टाण्डिङ्ग् देर्. So here, what is the relation between the words Gajah Gachati and Ajah Tishtati? The relation is Gajah is Karta and Gachati is Kriya. Okay? Gajah is Karta and Gachati is Kriya. And then, what is the word that is denoting a Karta here? Shripati Mahodaya Vadantu. What is the word that is denoting Karta?
Gajah.
Gajaha. Because the word Gajaha is denoting Karta, that word Gajaha is called Kartrupadam. See, generally I observed that many will not understand these simple technical words of the language. See, we have two words, Karta and Kartrupadam. In a sentence, the doer of the action is called Karta. And the word which is denoting the doer is called Kartrupadam. Karta, doer, Kartrupadam, the word which denotes the Karta. Asmin vakye, Gajaha iti Karta, Gajaha iti padam Kartrupadam. Avagatam iti manye? Avagatam va Shripati Mahodaya?
Avagatam. Am.
Tadhastu. Tarhi, atra idanim pashyantu Gachati iti asti. Gachati iti padasya artha going iti. And the word Gachati as an action, it is Kriya. And what is the word that is denoting the action here?
Kriya
The word Gachati. And that is called Kriyapadam. So Gachati is Kriya. Gachati iti padam Kriyapadam. Gajaha iti Kriya, Karta. Gajaha iti padam Kartrupadam. Gachati iti kriya, gachati iti padam kriyapadam. Kutaha iti chet, yada vayam yasya kasyapi padanam parishayam dasyamaha, tarhi karta iti kaha, kartrupadam iti kim, kriya iti ka, kriyapadam iti kim iti samyak asmabhihi avabodhavyam. Tarhi atra pashyatam Gajah Gachati. Shripati Mahodaya, Krupaya Vadantu, Gajah Gachati iti vakyam kasmin vachane asti?
Ekavachane asti.
Ekavachane asti. Tarhi, etad vakyam dvivachane anantaram bahuvachane parivartayatum shaknumanti va? Krupaya Vadantu.
Gajau Gachatah dvivachanam. Gajaha gachanti bahuvachanam.
Bahuvachanam. Samyak asti. Tarhi atra gachati iti kriyapadam yadasti. Gachati, going. Gachatah, two are going. Gachanti, many are going. Tarhi etani त्रीणि padani pradhama purushe vartante. Angla bhashayam pradhama purushah nama first person iti. I think you can easily follow what is first person in English. So thinking that first person is understood, I'm just giving you the equivalent to the first person in Sanskrit, that is Pradhama Purushaha. So please understand, first person is equal to Pradhama Purushaha. Then here let us give some more light to the understanding of the word gachati. The word gachati is having a root in it. Previously we have understood that every noun has a root, and noun's root or a pronoun's root is called pratipadikam. The same way, according to Panini's Panini's Ashtadhyayi is the most authentic book of grammar in the present world. And according to Panini, every verb has a root. Verb is kriyapadam and root is dhatuhu. So dhatu means root of the verb, and every root has a fixed meaning in Sanskrit language. अतः धातोः धात्वर्थस्य सम्बन्धः शाश्वतः. So this is the very important, prominent and unique characteristic feature of Sanskrit language. Sanskrit is very significant and also very you can take the language to any level because of this particular characteristic feature. And what is that? Every word has a root, and every root has a fixed meaning. And who has fixed this? The relation between the root and its meaning is very much permanent, and it is fixed in our tradition, that which is coming since thousands of years, and that is accepted by the grammarian Panini and has been recorded by him. Almost 2900 plus verb roots are there in Sanskrit language in Panini's Ashtadhyayi, and for every root he has given a meaning. Suppose let us take the word gachati. This gachati is coming from the root gaml. You may be surprised why it is gaml. For so many reasons, Panini has listed out dhatus and their meanings also in a peculiar way. So the actual root is gam for gachati, but he has attached a letter to that and he has named it as gaml. So gaml is the root word of the verb gachati, and root of the verb in Sanskrit is called dhatuhu. So gachati kriyapadam, gaml gachati iti kriyapadasya dhatuhu. That is one thing. And the second thing, when we understand about kriyapadani, we should remember that all the dhatus, all 2.9 plus 2900 plus dhatus, for all these, there are certain categories. There are actually three categories: Atmanepadi, Parasmaipadi, and Ubhayapadi. And for the time being, you please remember the words as it is. Later on, as we go deeper and deeper into the language, we will understand what actually they mean. So here now, please understand that every verb falls into either the category of Atmanepadi or Parasmaipadi or Ubhayapadi. Ubhayapadi means sometimes a dhatu will fall into both the categories. It belongs to Atmanepadi and also Parasmaipadi. That's why it is called Ubhayapadi. So now here the verb gachati belongs to Parasmaipadi category. And then Gajah gachati. Shripati Mahodaya, अहमेकं प्रश्नं पृच्छामि. गजः गच्छति इति active sentence वा passive sentence वा?
Active sentence.
Active sentence. Very good. तर्हि active sentence or active voice इत्यस्य संस्कृतभाषायां कर्तरि प्रयोगः इति वदामः. Passive voice इत्यस्य संस्कृतभाषायां कर्मणि प्रयोगः इति वदामः। यदि वयम् एकं क्रियापदं वा एकं वाक्यं वा शृण्मः चेत् तदैव अस्माभिः अवगन्तव्यः तद् वाक्यं कर्तरिप्रयोगे अस्ति वा कर्मणि प्रयोगे अस्ति वा इति। Whether that sentence falls into active voice or passive voice, we need to understand. So here you might be understanding by now that what actually I'm trying to do. As how I explained in the last video, to give an introduction for a shabda, for a noun, here in this lesson I am trying to tell you about a dhatu introduction, dhatoh parichayah. So when you make a compound of that, you will get the word dhatu parichayah. So when you are learning Sanskrit language, it's very important that you should be able to give shabda parichayah api cha dhatu parichayah. Shabda parichayah namapadanam sarvanamapadanam api cha visheshananam. Dhatu parichayah dhatunam. So this is how you have to proceed with Sanskrit language learning. So here, how many things we have learned already about a verb? First of all, listen to the verb and what is the root of that verb, and whether that verb root falls into the category of Atmanepadi or Parasmaipadi, whether that verb is in Kartari Prayoga or Karmani Prayoga. And then the other things. Gajaha gachati. Shripati Mahodaya Uktavan Khalu. Gajaha gachati, Gajau gachataha, Gajaha gachanti. Iti Uktavan Khalu. Tarhi atra Gajaha gachati iti ekavachane asti. One elephant is going. Tarhi atra gachati iti padam pradhama purushe asti, ekavachane asti. Gajau gachataha, two elephants are going. Tatra kriyapade gachataha iti kriyapade, gachataha iti kriyapadam pradhama purushe asti, dvivachane asti. Gajaha gachanti. Gajaha gachanti ityasmin vakye gachanti iti kriyapadam api pradhama purushe asti, bahuvachane asti. Tarihi gachati pradhama purushe ekavachane, gachataha pradhama purushe dvivachane, gachanti pradhama purushe bahuvachane. Tarihi Shripati Mahodaya, idanim bhavantah vadanti va kevalam padam svikurvantu gachati iti padam. Purushah vachanam. Anantaram dvivachane gachatah iti uktva purushah vachanam. Tadritya vadanti ekavaram.
Gachati pradhama purusha ekavachanam, gachatah pradhama purusha dvivachanam, gachanti pradhama purusha bahuvachanam.
Bahuvachanam. Iti asti. Samyak asti. Tarhi एतादृशरीत्या एव केवलं प्रथमपुरुषः वचनं तद् वदामः, अनन्तरं धातुपरिचयं सम्पूर्णतया वयं वदामः. कृपया वदन्तु, अजः तिष्ठति इत्यस्ति खलु? तर्हि तिष्ठति कस्मिन् पुरुषे कस्मिन् वचने? तिष्ठतः एतादृशरीत्या कृपया वदन्तु.
तिष्ठति प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनं, तिष्ठतः
एकवचनं,
प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनं, तिष्ठन्ति प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं.
बहुवचनं. सम्यक् अस्ति. तर्हि अहं पुनः अन्यद् वाक्यमपि स्वीकरोमि एतादृशस्य अभ्यासस्य कारणार्थं कारणतः. वृक्षः फलति इत्यस्ति खलु? तर्हि वृक्षः फलति इत्यस्य अर्थः कः? कृपया वदन्तु.
The tree is giving fruit.
Bearing fruit.
Bearing fruit.
वचन परिवर्तनमपि कुर्वन्तु.
फलति प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनं, फलतः प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनं, फलन्ति प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं.
तर्हि प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनं प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनम् एतादृशरीत्या वदन्ति खलु? इदानीं प्रत्येकस्य पदस्य आङ्ग्लभाषायां सम्मिलित्वा संयोज्य वदन्तु.
फलति प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनं, bearing fruit. फलतः प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनं, two of them are bearing fruit. फलन्ति प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनं, many of them are bearing fruit.
फलन्ति बहुवचनं.
बहुवचनं प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं, many of them are bearing fruit.
bearing the fruit. Many trees are bearing the fruit.
Yeah.
तर्हि सम्यक् अस्ति. तर्हि एतादृशरीत्या यदि एकं क्रियापदं वयं शृण्मः चेत् तर्हि तत् क्रियापदं कस्मिन् पुरुषे अस्ति, प्रथम पुरुषे अस्ति वा, अनन्तरं वयम् अधीमहे मध्यम पुरुषः नाम कः, उत्तम पुरुषः नाम कः. तर्हि झटिति यदि एकं क्रियापदं पश्यामश्चेत् तत् क्रियापदं कस्मिन् पुरुषे अस्ति, कस्मिन् वचने अस्ति, एतत् वयं पश्यामः. परन्तु अत्र एतादृश रीत्या यद्रीत्या अहं शब्दपरिचये लिङ्गः इति अवदं तथा अत्र किमर्थं लिङ्गं न वदामि इति प्रश्नः समुपजायते खलु. That question comes, no? Why am I not saying linga here? श्रीपति महोदय, अस्य प्रश्नस्य समाधानं आङ्ग्लभाषायां दास्यन्ति वा? किमर्थम् अत्र लिङ्गः नास्ति?
Because the pratipadikas are divided into lingas already, so we don't have to say the linga in the shabda parichaya.
In the dhatu parichaya.
In the dhatu doesn't depend upon the linga. Dhatu does not depend upon the linga.
Because यदि वयं एतादृशरीत्या वक्तुं शक्नुमहे, बालकः गच्छति, बालिका गच्छति, तद् गच्छति, उपाध्यायः गच्छति, अध्यापिका गच्छति, एतद् गच्छति. अत्र बालः इति पुंलिङ्गे अस्ति, बालिका इति स्त्रीलिङ्गे अस्ति, तद् इति नपुंसकलिङ्गे अस्ति. परन्तु बालकः, बालिका, तत् इत्येतैः कर्तृपदैः सह यत्किमपि क्रियापदं भवन्तः स्वीकुर्वन्तु, परन्तु तत् क्रियापदस्य लिङ्गः कः अपि न वर्तते एव. It is just like English in using kriyapada, because you can say girl is running, a boy is running, that is running. So actually verb is not influenced by the gender of the karta. So that is the answer for that. So atra चत्वारि वाक्यानि सन्ति. कानि तानि? गजः गच्छति, अजः तिष्ठति, वृक्षः फलति, रामः पठति. तर्हि इदानीं रामः पठति इति वाक्यं स्वीकृत्य किञ्चित् अभ्यासं कुर्मः. तदनन्तरं पुनः धातुपरिचयः कथं करणीयः इति एकवारं वदामि अहं. तर्हि मल्लिका महोदये, भवती अस्ति वा तत्र?
अस्मि आचार्य.
तर्हि कृपया भवती वदतु, रामः पठति इति वाक्यस्य वचनपरिवर्तनं कृत्वा कृपया वदतु.
रामः पठति, रामौ पठतः, रामाः पठन्ति.
सम्यक् अस्ति. तर्हि वृक्षः फलति इति वाक्यं स्वीकृत्य वचनपरिवर्तनं करोति वा?
वृक्षः फलति, वृक्षौ फलतः, वृक्षाः फलन्ति.
फलन्ति. सम्यक् अस्ति. तर्हि अजः तिष्ठति, तस्य वाक्यस्यापि वचनपरिवर्तनं करोतु.
अजः तिष्ठति, अजौ तिष्ठतः, अजाः तिष्ठन्ति.
सम्यक् अस्ति. तर्हि एतादृशरीत्या यदि एकस्य वाक्यस्य परिवर्तनं करणीयं चेत् तर्हि कर्तृपदस्य क्रियापदस्यापि वचनपरिवर्तनं करणीयं. तर्हि मल्लिका महोदये, अत्र गजः गच्छति इति वाक्यमस्ति. अत्र कर्तृपदं किं?
कर्तृपदं गजः.
गजः. क्रियापदं किं?
गच्छति.
गच्छति इति क्रियापदं. तर्हि अयं नैव, रामः पठति इत्यत्र कर्ता कः?
रामः कर्ता.
क्रिया का?
पठति क्रिया.
पठति क्रिया इति वक्तुं शक्यते. पठनं क्रिया इति उच्यते चेत् तर्हि सम्यक् वर्तते. पठनं, रीडिंग इज द वर्ब. अस्तु. तर्हि पुनः एकवारं वयं धातु परिचयं कथं करणीयम् इति एकवारं पुनः पश्यामः. I will take the verb gachati. So when I do the dhatu parichaya here, first of all, I will mention the root of the verb gachati. And the root of the verb gachati is gaml. And as I previously said, in Panini's Ashtadhyayi, each verb root is assigned with a fixed meaning, and that meaning cannot be changed. We have to take dhatu and its meaning as it is, just like Vedavakya, how we take Vedavakya as the utmost authority. The same way, we have to take dhatu and also its meaning in the same way as how it is given in Ashtadhyayi. And also, the meaning is given in Sanskrit. Suppose gaml is the root of the verb and the meaning is gatau. Gatau means in the moment. Here you may observe when I translated the word gatau as in the moment, you may observe that the word gatau is given in Saptami Vibhakti. So all the dhatus, when they are given along with the meaning, all the meanings of dhatus are given in Saptami Vibhakti. Suppose gaml gatau, patha yaktayam vachi, vada yaktayam vachi, phala nishpattau. In this way, each word, when the meaning of dhatu, each root or each dhatu, when the meaning of that dhatu is given, that meaning in Sanskrit is given in Saptami Vibhakti. So that means that, let me take again gaml gatau, gaml, and I said gatau. So here gatau means in the sense of movement, and that word meaning is removed and it is directly given as in the movement. Suppose if I say phala nishpattau, there is a verb root like phala, and the meaning of phala is nishpattau. Nishpattau literally means in the production. So if you expand that phrase in the production, it is the meaning is in the meaning of the production, in the sense of production, the root phala is used. So that's why what I advise the students of Sanskrit learning is, please learn dhatus and the meanings of dhatus as it is, as how they are given in Panini's Ashtadhyayi. If you refer to a book like Bruhad Dhatu Kusumakara or Bruhad Dhatu Ratnakara or Kusumavali, so many books are there like that. So there at the end of the book, Vishaya Suchi will be given. Each word is given along with its meaning, and that meaning word, the word which is giving the meaning will be in Saptami Vibhakti. Many students do not understand why that word is in Saptami Vibhakti. I think now I'm successful in explaining that. If it is not sufficient, I will definitely repeat this. So here, gachati iti kriyapadam gaml iti dhatoh asti. Gaml iti dhatoh arthah gatau gatyarthakah. Gaml gatau iti asmad dhatoh. We have to say like this. From the word, from the root gaml, in the meaning of gati, we are using this. And the kriyapadam given gachati is falling under the category of parasmaipadi. And also gachati is falling under the category of active voice. Active voice in Sanskrit is kartari prayoga. So that's why we will say like this. Gachati gaml gatau ityasmad dhatoho kartari. Kartari nama kartari prayoge, active voice. Parasmaipade, in the category of parasmaipade, latlakare. What is the meaning of latlakaraha? For the time being, please understand latlakara as present tense. You just remember as it is. Latlakaraha is present tense. So latlakare in present tense, pradhama purushaha, first person, ekavachanam, singular. So this is how we say. You may feel this as a little difficult, but initially it may be difficult, but as you practice in writing and also orally, as you practice again and again, definitely you will be able to say this, and this is a very advantageous way of learning Sanskrit language and grammar. तर्हि कृपया श्रीपति महोदय and मल्लिका भगिनी अहं वदामि मदनन्तरं कृपया एकवारं वदन्तु. गच्छति,
गच्छति,
गच्छतः,
गच्छतः,
गच्छन्ति.
गच्छन्ति,
गम्ल गतौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः
गम्ल गतौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः
कर्तरि
कर्तरि
परस्मैपदे
परस्मैपदे
लट्लकारे
लट्लकारे
प्रथमपुरुषः
प्रथमपुरुषः
एकवचनम्.
एकवचनम्.
तर्हि किमर्थं वयं प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनम् इति वदामः? गच्छति इति क्रियापदं प्रथमपुरुषे अस्ति, एकवचने अस्ति. यदि अहं गजौ गच्छतः इति वदामि चेत् तर्हि कथं धातुपरिचयः भविष्यति?
गम्ल गतौ इत्यस्यां धातोः कर्तरि
एकवारं कृपया श्रूयताम्. इति अस्मात् धातोः मिलित्वा इत्यस्मात् धातोः इति भवति. वदन्तु.
अहं वदामि.
वदन्तु भगिनी, वदन्तु.
गम्ल गतौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदी लट्लकारे लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष
द्विवचनं. सम्यक् अस्ति. प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनम्. इदानीं श्रीपति महोदय, यदि अहं गजाः गच्छन्ति इति वाक्यं दास्यामि, तत्र गच्छन्ति इति क्रियापदस्य भवन्तः कथं परिचयं दास्यन्ति?
गच्छति, गच्छतः, गच्छन्ति, गम्ल गतौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदे लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनम्.
बहु सम्यक् अस्ति. एतादृशरीत्या धातुपरिचयः अस्माभिः दातव्यः. तर्हि अन्यद्वाक्यं पश्यामः. अजः तिष्ठति इति. अजः तिष्ठति नाम ए गोट इज स्टैंडिंग. अत्र वचनपरिवर्तनं कथं करणीयमिति अस्माभिः अवगन्तव्यमेव. अवगतमेव, न तु अवगन्तव्यम्, अवगतमेव. तर्हि इदानीं तिष्ठति इति क्रियापदस्य धातुपरिचयः कथं करणीयः? तर्हि तिष्ठति इति क्रियापदस्य धातुः ष्ठा इति. ष्ठा इति तिष्ठति इति क्रियापदस्य धातुः. ष्ठा इति धातोः अर्थः गतिनिवृत्तिः. गतिनिवृत्तिर्नाम stoppage of the movement. Okay, to stop from a movement, that is the meaning of gati nivruttih. यदा वयं धात्वर्थः वदामः तर्हि सप्तमी विभक्तौ वदामः इति भवन्तः जानन्ति खलु. अतः तिष्ठति इति क्रियापदस्य एवं रीत्या वदामः. तिष्ठति ष्ठा गतिनिवृत्तौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदे प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनम्. लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनम्. तर्हि श्रीपति महोदय, तिष्ठतः इति अस्ति. भवन्तः वदन्तु.
तिष्ठति, तिष्ठतः, तिष्ठन्ति, ष्ठा गतिनिवृत्तौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदे लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनम्.
सम्यक् अस्ति. भगिनी, इदानीं भवती वदतु. तिष्ठन्ति इति क्रियापदं स्वीकृत्य वदतु कृपया.
तिष्ठति, तिष्ठतः, तिष्ठन्ति, ष्ठा गतिनिवृत्तौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदे लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष द्विवचनम्.
तिष्ठन्ति इति पदस्य कथं वदन्ति?
क्षम्यताम्, एकवचनं.
बहुवचनम् इति वदन्ति वा?
बहुवचनं. तिष्ठति, तिष्ठति, तिष्ठतः, तिष्ठन्ति, ष्ठा गतिनिवृत्तौ इत्यस्मात् धातोः कर्तरि परस्मैपदे लट्लकारे प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनम्.
सम्यक् अस्ति। तर्हि समयाभावकारणात् अहम् अत्रैव विरमामि। एष एव पाठः पुनः श्वः वयं पठिष्यामः। So I take leave of you here, and the rest of the lesson we will study and also practice tomorrow. Bye for now.
नमस्कारः।
नमस्कारः।